Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's episode of If You Can Write, You Can Win. Want to welcome everyone. It's a happy Thursday, and we like to call it Testimony Thursday. My name is Ronette Turner Corley, and I'm totally excited. This is episode 2. We're going to be doing this each and every Thursday. So if you want to chime in every week, please do so because you're going to hear some amazing testimonies how people have been able to generate income from home. What I'm excited about is very short time ago, my husband and I got involved. I mean, we've been involved less than 90 days. And what I'm really excited about is why we got started. See, we got started because we've been able to have some success in the industry of direct sales. But what we noticed around us was that some people, the masses, I would say, were not able to, duplicate some of those same things we were able to do. And so when you can actually find something where everyone can win, regardless of background, regardless of, experience, regardless of if they have the courage to go out and make sales or not. When you have something so special that someone just have to write and they can control their own destiny and really write their own paycheck, oh, it's incredible. So get ready because I'm excited. Now, I would like to say a few things before we go ahead and get started, just so you know. This opportunity is available only in the United States and Canada. Okay, so it's available in the United States and Canada. However, there are some states that are excluded. Why? Because not only is this a fantastic opportunity, it is federally regulated. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the platform that we're involved in, has everything to do with that particular state just decided not to participate for whatever reason. Okay, so let me name the states just so you know, because I don't want you to think that you can write and it's not available for you. So once again, it's available in the United States and Canada, but it does exclude the state of Washington State. It excludes Idaho, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, Connecticut, and if you are in Canada, it excludes the province of Quebec. Everywhere else in the United States and Canada are fair game. Now, I will say this. If you're the type of person who says, listen, is there something else I can do? Absolutely. So stick around because there are other, digital courses inside of our business model. But not only that, if you know people in the other states, if your state is excluded and you know people in those other states where, they're included and can write, you can actually share it with them and get compensated for it. So there's a place for you. But however, for the writing aspect, it's available in the US and Canada and all of the states that I, did not mention. It's available. Okay. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Because I want to introduce to you, I'm not going to, be here long here because I want to get, our guest on the show here, Eric Ruiz. Eric is out of San Antonio, Texas, and he has been writing for quite some time. He's been a part of this platform for a little while. But not only that, he's been extremely successful to the point that during our just having casual conversation, he's actually been able to write his way to making more in this side hustle than he's earning currently on his full-time job. I think that's incredible. Now, you'll see here before we get started, there's an income disclaimer. So please note that the results mentioned here are not guaranteed and will vary from person to person. When I mean they're not guaranteed, we don't know what you got to do. You do have to write to win, right? So your individual success is dependent on your own efforts, consistency, and commitment. But let me tell you, if you do those three things, you do the effort, put the effort in, you're consistent, and you commit, your success is at that point guaranteed. So let me go ahead and bring on Eric here so he can share his story.
All right.
Hey there, Eric.
You. Yes, thank you for the invite. Thank you for having me on tonight. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Just what was said, it is true. And of course, just wanted to share a little bit about my background, right?
Please.
Army veteran, was, I was stationed down in Germany, came back to my, where I'm at in San Antonio in 2011. And ever since then, I knew I had to find something else because I was out of the military now. Okay, what skill set can I, build, or what can I do to actually go ahead and get ahead? The original plan was to become a school teacher, but that changed. And just a little bit about my background, and I'll share more as I go along.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So right now you live in San Antonio, Texas. You told me actually because you grew up in California, where I'm from.
Yes, yeah, I grew up in Los Angeles, California. All right, the first 17 years of my life, and then moved down here to San Antonio in 2006, and been uh, joined the military, and then came back in 2011. But yes, I've been here ever since.
Wow. Let me ask you this. So how long have you been involved with this particular platform?
I've been involved since March of 2024.
Okay.
That Yeah, since that time frame, and it's a great decision that I made. I'm glad I'm involved.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, how did you get involved? How did you hear about it? I didn't, here's the thing. You started from the very beginning. So how did you actually hear about it?
So I was one of those people who I've been I've been through network marketing. I've attempted different things and haven't had hadn't had any success. But one thing that I remember in Think and Grow Rich is that that you don't quit when because you can be free from gold. So I was always looking for something.
Right.
I was on an email list, and I've been on many marketers' email lists, and most of the time I tune them out. But there was this one time when my sponsor, I saw the catch line, says get paid to write, and I was like, okay, let me check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it was God ordained because I read it, I saw the video, and I said, okay, this is a simple concept, get paid to write. Let me go ahead and do it because I've tried other different things, and you know I just got to keep going. I know I'm gonna find something, and that's how I
Right.
got involved.
Wow. So let me ask you, because sometimes I'll get this, Ronette. So you mean to tell me I can actually write and get paid? Did you think, I mean, when you first got a chance to see that, did you have some reservations if it was real or not? How was your feelings at that point?
At that point I said, okay. I had actually, I didn't have so much doubt. I said, let me do it. I just said, I don't know all the details, but it's I saw the video, I looked, and then I said, I'm going to figure it out as I go along. And the important thing is I took action because I just stepped out on faith.
Wow.
And yes, that's what happened with me.
That's so powerful what you just said. And there's no wonder why you're successful, right? Because you said, listen, I'm just going to jump and build my wings on the way down. So I'm going to
Exactly.
step out on faith because that's what's it about. And that's a common denominator for people who are successful. They just do it. It's that whole Nike slogan, just do it. While some people are still waiting on the sidelines, should I do it? Should I not do it? And all the while, you have something so simple that they can do that, you know, they're delaying their success. Before we go any further, I want to let people know, just so they know, because we have some new people who are viewing here, but I want people to really understand what we mean by letters. So, ladies and gents, what we mean by letters is a 4x6 blank card. Literally, two sentences go on this card, you put it in an envelope, and you send it off. And these billion-dollar, there you go, these billion-dollar corporations are paying you $5 per card. All right, there you go. There you go. So let's go back to the timeline here. So you got started in March. And one of the things that we do know when getting started is that there is what we call a priming period, or where you have to prime the pump before you start seeing all the overflow of the monies coming in. So how long approximately did it take you after you started mailing out to get your first, what we call drop. We call the drops, but there's basically a deposit. How long did it take you?
It took me 3 months.
3 months.
And what kept me going is because I was involved in a community where I would just, it was fairly new,
Mm-hmm.
but I started seeing people get drops, and I would write, and I would get in that group, in that community, and that's what would keep me going. And
Right.
yes. Mhm.
That's so important. That's so important, right? Because my husband and I, we've been doing this now. Now, okay, we started let's see, December the 8th of last year to be exact. Okay. And we got started because we knew we wanted to be able to bless a ton of people, just thousands of people. We see this so big that we can bless thousands of people because we know everybody wins here. If you do exactly what they tell you to do, you will write, win, and get paid. Right. And so we started on the 8th, but we didn't start writing, I would say, until the first of the year. I think it was like New Year's Eve, right? So when we started writing, we're already into a month. And we said the other day, we said, wow. A lot of people look at the time. If you tell them, okay, it's going to take maybe 10 to 12 weeks or 8 to 12 weeks, it goes by so quick.
Yeah. And one thing, if I may add, if okay, the time frame is going to pass by, right?
Right.
God give us the breath to wake up again 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now. What story are you going to be telling?
There
Are you
you
going to
go.
be saying, I didn't take any action and I'm in the same place? Or are you going to be saying, wow, I jumped on this webinar and I took action, and now I'm seeing the fruits of what I'm doing?
Wow. Wow. So let me ask you, your first drop or quote unquote, AKA deposit, what was the amount of approximately of your first drop?
I would say 200 with $200.
Okay, $200. All right.
Yes.
So with that being the case, when you got that first drop, I'm sure your feeling was it works. Right?
Yes, because I was excited. I was like, wow, because I'd seen other people post, okay, hey, I got a drop. And then when I you
Okay.
see me? Okay. When
There
I
you go.
when I saw that, um, I got excited. It's no feeling like just you have to feel it for yourself once you know the proof of concept.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And so at
Can
that
you hear me?
point, I can hear you now. At that point,
Hello, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Let me jump on again. I don't think you're hearing me.
Okay.
Let me jump on again real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Give me one moment here.
All righty.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hold on. Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry. I think I can't hear you. Let me jump on back in again real quick.
Okay. All right. Okay. So little technical difficulty, but we'll be back here with Eric in a minute. And as you can see, I'm fired up because his story is incredible. Let's go ahead and get him back in the room.
All right.
All
I
right.
don't know what you heard.
Okay. I know the proof of concept you were saying, and I totally get that. So at that point, when you got paid, did you decide? Well, before, let's go back. Leading up to that time, how many letters were you writing a day?
I would say I started very gradual. I started with anywhere, I would say 20 letters a day. That was my goal. Sometimes I would do less, 15, but it was actually 20 letters a day, anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. Is what I would write.
Okay, so you take a few days off and you do like 5 or 6 days a week.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So you got that first drop. Now that you got that drop, now the pump, they always say, don't stop writing because now when you get that drop, the other letters are trailing and you're going to start seeing it come in consistently. So how consistent did you start seeing your drops come in?
I've seen it weekly and I've used every week, and I've seen it as well as 1 to 2 times a week. But every month you're getting something, because it's one book I recommend people read is Atomic Habits, and then the Compound Effect, which talks about that. But
That's
yes,
good.
yes, I'm seeing it consistently, and I'm glad that I did not stop.
Right, right, absolutely. What is the biggest month so far that you've received when it comes to your drops?
Well, the biggest month has been January this year so far, and then the month's technically not over yet. We still have like a couple more days.
Yeah,
I've,
yeah.
no income claims, like I said, is based on all on your effort,
Right.
but I've been able to earn um, actually double than what I make at my job,
Wow.
right? And then that says a lot. Where I didn't have to grind 160 hours a month to
Yeah.
get this done.
Wow. Wow. Now, what do you do for work?
So I work at a call center, I work from home, and I help people who have state benefits.
Okay.
That's what I do. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So you've been able to really see this impact your life as far as, the amount that's coming in.
Yes, I've been able to see the impact. And one thing that it's the little things that that matter. When I had my car, and a car always needs maintenance,
Right.
and sometimes you don't have that extra money to even put $500 into the to fix the vehicle. But I thank God that I was able to be able to do all the maintenance, and it happened all at once. I had certain things that needed to be done, and then I realized, okay, now this needs to be fixed. But thanks to God, in this platform, I was able to pay that off,
Wow.
without having to get a loan.
Nice, nice. So it really makes a difference, when people are getting, yes, do we hear the stories about people going into direct sales and, making a gazillion dollars? But one of the things that I really love about what we do is that most people just want financial relief. If I don't have to worry, if I don't have to, if I can go to the store and not have to worry about, how much I spend, if I can have a car situation and just on the spot be able to take care of it, that's what makes a difference for people, right? Is being able to do those things. So that's incredible that has made such a difference for you.
And what I like about this is that we don't need to hype anything up. I've been in programs where you could tell the presenters were trying to hype up
Right.
the presentation, but there's no need for it here. Like as the slogan says, if you can write, you can win.
That's it.
And that's as simple as it is. You don't need to hype anything up or try to convince anybody to do this if they don't
Wow.
want to do it.
Wow. Now I know you've been able to, I like to call them comma checks. Okay. Comma checks just mean for the month that you're in, your amount that you've received has had a comma in it, whether it's
Yes.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, it doesn't matter. You receiving comma checks for the month.
Yes, I have. Like I said, this month is going to be my biggest month, over a little bit over 5,000.
Wow.
And I've had never been able to have that success before in anything else, in any direct sales business.
Yeah.
So it's a feeling where like I'm excited because it when I see the stories, it's not just it doesn't matter what your background is. You
Right.
can be you have to be at least 18 years of age first and
Right.
foremost. 18, you could be 90, in different backgrounds. So there's
Right.
no, so yes.
Wow. So when it comes to those things happening, what I love about it is that how big is your team? Because a lot of times, we go into these direct sales and a lot of it is centered around for you to make that kind of have that type of income come into your household. Usually in the typical direct selling company, I don't care if it's vitamins, lotions and potions, and everything else out there that comes along with the industry. And don't get me wrong, this is not to bash the industry because we're ambassadors of the industry and we realize the home-based business industry has changed a lot of lives. However, for the masses of people out there, for you to be able to do that type of income, it's going to take constant conference calls. You're going to be in the homes doing demonstrations. You're going to have to do all those things and recruit a lot of people. How has this happened for you? How many people have you recruited, or are you just pretty much writing?
No, I'm a team of one myself, right? I haven't presented it to anyone yet
Wow.
because you don't have to, but I'm going to present it to more people now. But
Right.
this is one get so excited because I can share this information with people, and if you decide to do it or not, it does not affect my income. And so that's what I'm excited. I've been able to do this all from my home when it was cold, when there was believe it or not, there was actually snow in San Antonio and ice, and I didn't have to go drive anywhere else, pick up overtime anywhere, do anything else further, and I was at home.
Wow, that's really been a blessing. And I know there's been other things that you've been able to do as a result of this, this additional stream of income coming in. Tell me some more things that you've been able to accomplish because of it.
Yes, I've been able to celebrate my girlfriend's birthday. And that says a lot when as whether you're married or you have a girlfriend or something, you want to be able to celebrate those moments with them, and you want to have money to do that. You need
Right.
money, right? We need it. And this April, I'm going to go to the Dodgers game with my brother and my girlfriend, and I would have not been able to do that before. And it's and to be able to say, okay, I can do that. I don't. It doesn't put a strain on my bills or anything else. I've been able to do that. Been able to contribute to my church as well. When they had
Mm,
an AC that they needed to get fixed, like I said, okay, I'm gonna contribute this. So, and of course, just be able to manage it, not worry about, okay, am I going to be able to meet the bills this month? So, and of course, now it gives me the possibility of dreaming further, right? Because I see, not only to ramble, but I see money as a resource. Now I have opportunity to
mm.
go into other investments that I can do, and I can see, I can strategize. Okay, this is what I want to do moving forward, 2025. Not just pay my bills, but thrive and vacation, invest. So it gives me the possibilities to do that.
Wow. That is, you're using so many wealth principles, right? I mean, the ability to now make that money go to work for you, using the ability of other people's money and putting it to work. And so that is incredible. A lot of times, what happens is that sometimes I've seen people just kind of willy nilly just write a little bit here, write a little bit there. But I am so always amazed at and really get excited about people like yourself who really take advantage of. It's taught us a lot just coming into this platform, is just really making sure that, listen, if you commit that time and you put in the work, we're not saying you're going to come over here and it's just going to fall off the sky, but it literally can if you go ahead and put in the work, right? But there's some time you have to put in. So tell me, how does it work as far as so that our listeners can know, how you arrange your day as far as being able to write your letters, and how many are you writing now?
Okay, so right now, my goal every day is to do 42.
Okay.
My plan is to scale it so that I want to be able to do this, I guess, full time at some point, scale it to 60 and above. But the way I organize my days is that I have a job where I work from home, and while I'm waiting in between calls, I write. After work, um, I write as well, maybe about 3 hours. And it depends upon how fast you are. It depends upon your efforts. So everybody's result is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But I even have a tally sheet that I put down every day. Like, okay, how many am I going to get? 42. I tally it up, and because based on the income that I want to do, and it's based on your effort. So you're the one who determines, okay, first and foremost, what your paycheck's going to be, how big it is, or how, based on your goals, based on your time. That's what I like about this.
Right. Absolutely. I put out something today, and it was something in the neighborhood. I believe it's either 16, or I think it's 16 letters a day. Just 16 letters a day brings in an extra 1,050 to a person's household. I mean, can you imagine that? There's so many people, and I hope that people will view this and see. Here's the other thing I like about it. If you're already involved in another, quote unquote home-based business, or you have another, side gig going, or you really like, what you're doing right now, it doesn't have to interrupt it. This is
It
just
doesn't.
something else that, yeah, can you talk about that?
Yes. So what I, what I'm doing first and foremost, I'm working, right, and I have an exit plan, and it depends upon your time too as well. Like sometimes I'll listen to podcasts while I'm writing letters. If you're saying, oh man, I don't want to be, am I going to be just bored writing letters? Oh, sometimes I'm on Netflix, I'm watching
Mhm.
television, and of course, with the fact that you don't, if you don't want to, you don't have to have anybody join, you can, use that to supplement your income while you're building whatever business you're building. I'm already thinking about another income stream as well. As soon as I'm able to exit the job, it's going to give me more time so that I can do something else as well. So that's what I like about it. That you don't have to, it doesn't have to interrupt your day, right?
Right.
So yes. Uh-huh.
I love that. We do the same thing. We're watching TV or whatever. I'm like, look, I've turned my TV time into income, right? So just like they're getting paid, on the screen, I'm getting paid by watching it.
Exactly.
Yes. So, and you can have a lot of fun with this. We have
Yes.
a lot of fun. And what I love about it, like I said, everybody is winning. Okay, everybody is winning. So, anything before we, conclude that you want to share, you want people to know about this particular platform that maybe I didn't ask you that you can think of?
And so what I'd like to say, it's very simple. Once you take action and you actually join, you see how simple the instructions are. If you can follow instructions, if you can write, of course you can win. And that's all you have to be, just coachable, and be just get used to being consistent.
Mhm.
Then you will see the results. The one thing I want to end with this is, what you're always sowing something. We're all farmers, we're all sowing.
Right, right.
If you do nothing, you're gonna sow zero. But if you take an action, you're gonna be sowing. Just remember, whatever you do today is going to be, you're sowing those seeds for tomorrow, for the future. Just think about, how do I want my future to be, uh 6 months from now, a year from now. And I'm talking to the person who's looking for this. If you're looking for an opportunity, give yourself a chance,
Mhm.
right? Give yourself a chance and say, just like I said one time, let me try one more time again, because I know I'm going to find something. You're not in this webinar for a coincidence, because you were destined to be here. You were destined to hear this information. And that's what I have to end with.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, because you talked about consistency, which is so key. And also the fact that I want our listeners to know also, this has been around for decades. What I love about it, this particular platform just turned it into a business model where we all can find out about it and they teach us how to do it. But this has been around for years upon years upon years, where people have been writing these letters to these billion-dollar corporations and being rewarded for it. So that is really nice. I'm excited for the fact that you are going to the Dodgers game and being
Yeah,
able
I'm
to do
excited.
like
We went there with my girlfriend and my brother.
wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
I'm
That is
excited.
pretty awesome. And all because you decided to take a chance. And here's the other thing, being able to make that type of income by yourself. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to actually see you thrive when you start sharing, because there's an opportunity to share if you want to and get paid that way too, but you don't have to.
exactly. And like, yes, yeah, I'm excited for the future. This is just the beginning. So yes.
Just the beginning. Wow, incredible. Well, Eric, I certainly appreciate you being here and sharing your story, because there's people right now who are trying to find a way on how to just make the month, you know um, make it work for them each month, and maybe a little less than the income coming in, maybe a little less than required for their bills. But to be able to know that if you can write, now I will say this, it has to be legible. So
Yes.
I always say you can't scribble your way to success, but if you can legibly write, you can win. And Eric
Yeah.
is proof that it absolutely does work. So I will say this, for those of you listening, if you're on my page and you would like to know more information, tap in and let us go ahead and share that information with you. We can go ahead and get you started. If you're on Eric's page, by all means, he came on here as a person who has a big heart for wanting to help people succeed. Reach out to Eric. He can lead you to success, because here's the thing, if he's already doing it, he can definitely show you how. So reach out to him. There are other people on this page who are part of our community and they're sharing it on their page. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to, whose ever page you're seeing this on, they're sharing it out of love. Make sure you tap into that person, get started. Let's get you going. Let's get you writing so that we can have you here on the show telling your story. All
Thank you
right.
for the yes. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for having me. Have a great one. Good night.
Absolutely. You have a good one and we will be in touch soon. Okay. Bye for now. All right, folks. So, as you can see, incredible story. Absolutely love it. And we will be back next week with even more testimony so that you can continue to see. Our goal is to do this every single week for the entire year of 2025, believe it or not. And we have enough testimonies to actually make that happen. So, this is Ronette Turner Corley signing off and you just got a chance to see and hear Eric Ruiz's story. And this is Testimony Thursday of If You Can Write, You Can Win. I will see you next time. Bye for now.